This is the digital asset investor. Today I wanted to talk to you about the bird in the hand versus the bird in the bush, and that would be Coinbase and SBI. Coinbase being the one in the bush. I think I, as well as everyone, gets tired of hearing about when is Coinbase going to be here and when are they going to put XRP on Coinbase. Well, over the course of time, and I don't want to give the wrong impression here. Of course, Coinbase would be great for XRP. If we got listed on Coinbase, the price would definitely go up greatly in value, and that would be great. And we will be on Coinbase eventually. Reading between the lines over time, I've listened to Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. I believe he's had an anti-XRP bent for quite some time. I could be wrong, but that's just my impression from listening to the guy speak. But it's irrelevant, because what I want to talk to you today is about how SBI Holdings dwarfs Coinbase in terms of size and the impact that it will have. And this is our bird in the hand. And I want to go through all of this with you guys and explain how we're focusing on the wrong thing. Coinbase is completely irrelevant to us in the scheme of things. I created this little graphic. My son used to be really into sharks, and so he would make me show him all these shark videos on YouTube and everything. And so I remembered this when I was thinking about the comparison between Coinbase and SBI. This is what came to mind, is the idea that everybody's doing the Coinbase thing when we have an actual partner in Ripple who owns a portion of Ripple who could swallow Coinbase whole, and nobody's really paying attention like they should be to this. And so I wanted to go through this. So this great white shark represents SBI Ripple Asia, which I'll tell you in a minute, and what the Japanese Bank Consortium is as well. I see Coinbase as the baby seal, and I see Ripple XRP as a tornado of these type of banks and bank consortiums that's coming for the world, really. And so anyway, I thought this was an appropriate graphic. So here we go. The first thing I figured I would talk about is, who is Coinbase? They were founded in 2012. They have approximately 13 million users. Most of those are retail people like you and me, who we all painfully know how we've had to deal with their ridiculous expenses, and we've always had to, until recently, we've had to go through Bitcoin and then buy the other altcoins, XRP or any of the other ones, and go to another brokerage. It's been a ridiculous thing to have to go through, but that's part of being early to the party. And Coinbase is just getting started. They've been announcing here recently that they're creating like funds and getting starting to line up into institutional investors and dealing with the custody issue, so that the digital currencies will be secure. But I accidentally went. But actually, even though Coinbase has been a huge part of cryptocurrencies, it is still kind of a startup company. It's 6 years old. But I wanted to contrast that with SBI. Who is SBI Holdings of Japan? They were founded in 1999. They have 5,500 employees, a $3 billion market cap, 15 million customers, which include retail and institutional. They have 140 subsidiaries. They have insurance companies, securities companies, investment companies, institutional, you name it. Anything having to do with finance, they have a subsidiary. They're a monster company. $2.48 billion in sales in 2017. They're number 1633 on the Global 2000 Forbes company list. They're number 833 by assets. Okay, Ripple Labs, which is what Ripple used to be called, Ripple Labs Inc. and SBI Holdings of Japan, they partnered in 2016. And they formed SBI Ripple Asia Company. Okay, now when they created this partnership, SBI now owns 10.5% of Ripple. Ripple, the company, owns 61 billion XRP. So SBI, in essence, owns 6.4 billion XRP. Well, that's pretty darn relevant, since everything that SBI does with the banking system over there in Japan, they have a direct incentive, completely direct incentive, for the price of XRP to go up and do things to help make it go up. The goals when they formed SBI Ripple Asia was to promote currency and financial system innovation on the blockchain, conduct business development in Japan, not just Japan, but in Asia overall, provide a settlement platform utilizing blockchain technology in Japan and the entire Asia region. SBI Holdings, once they partnered with Ripple, SBI Holdings and SBI Asia went over there and they formed the Japanese Bank Consortium, which is a collection of 61 Japanese banks. And this is where it gets really interesting. This Japanese Bank Consortium, they will be in production this year. Okay, they've already said it. They'll connect the member banks together using the Ripple network. This will all start with X-Current, just like they have with everything. But again, remember, SBI owns a large portion of XRP. So if you think it stops there, think again. This consortium will make it very easy for foreign banks to be connected to the Japanese market in a uniform way. In other words, once they have created this interconnection between these 61 Japanese banks, it'll become a very uniform way. And now it'll be very easy for other banking groups from other countries to plug into the network and create a spider web of networks that create to the Ripple network. It's genius. There will be a common gateway for all member banks to access the X-Current on a shared platform. And then this is probably the most interesting thing, and you've probably seen the app that they came out with, the common mobile app for all customers of all member banks for money transfers between bank accounts. So imagine all 61 banks, all the 61 banks have a platform they all plug into on X-Current, so that they're all interconnected. And then they create a mobile app so that each customer of each bank is then interconnected, and they can all send money to each other's bank accounts, no matter which of those 61 banks they're in, and they can do it in seconds. It's really genius how they've done this. Okay, so, and then here, this is the other thing on top of that. SBI Holdings Virtual Currencies Exchange is launching in summer of 2018. It was going to be earlier this year, but they were trying to they wanted to make sure they had the custody issue solved, so that when you bought digital currencies or you bought XRP on their platform, you didn't have to worry about whether or not a hacker is going to come in and steal it. Okay, so let's go through this SBI Holdings Virtual Currencies Exchange. It's going to be, and this is huge right here. Remember, we've all on Coinbase, every time we've ever bought anything, we usually had to go through Bitcoin. So we would go from US dollars to Bitcoin. Well, SBI, they own XRP, so go figure. That's going to be paired with XRP. If you want to get into the digital currency world, you will buy XRP first using your Japanese yen. So the pairing is XRP. Once this exchange opens, it will have instant access to all of their 15 million customers, and that is retail and institutional customers that they have that are built in. They've been in business since 1999. They're opening late. I mentioned this to you, that they're opening later because they're wanting to make sure they have the custody issue, and they've got you can securely put your digital currencies with them. But here's the question I find most interesting that nobody's really thinking about. Now you've got these 61 interconnected banks that are all using the Ripple network. How many customers? This 15 million is just SBI customers. How many customers will have access to this since they're already connected with each other? How many customers from the other 61 Japanese banks that are in the consortium will have access to the SBI exchange? No telling. No telling. Almost the entire Japanese population will be hooked to that. All right, now this I wanted to show you because you've heard what I had to say and why this is such a huge thing that's coming, that's going to happen. But this is what the CEO of SBI Holdings has said. I'm going to show you 2 or 3 things that he said. The first thing he said when he was referring to this exchange that they're opening, when we do it, it will be number 1 in the blink of an eye so quickly. So even if a tremendous number of customers come, we can build a system that can bear. We have to pursue safely though, and he's referring to that custody issue. But he's telling you, not only is it going to happen this year, but it's going to be number 1 in the blink of an eye. Here's what else he said. Now, I'm not a CEO, but I do know a thing or two about CEOs, and people in positions that are that high, they don't come out and make public statements, especially price predictions on things, without being pretty darn confident in what they're saying, because they're not going to put their neck out there on the chopping block unless they know something. This guy literally has come out more than once and said that XRP will be $10 in 2018. And the only reason he's saying that is because he knows the gunpowder that they have and everything I've just described to you. He knows what's coming, and you should know what's coming. And with or without Coinbase, you should know what's coming. This is what he said back in December when the prices were going crazy. He said, wow, XRP at an all-time high. Forget about Bitcoin. We're all in on XRP. All right, so let's sum this up. Here, this is the CEO, okay? He knows they've got this Japanese Bank Consortium. He knows they've got a digital currency exchange that's coming out. And he says we're all in on XRP. So what does all in on XRP when you have the power of not just SBI Holdings, but 61 banks? You have that kind of power. Where do you think this ends? I know where it ends. That's why I'm a holder and a buyer. So to sum it back up, I think it's pretty clear if you're using just common sense guided by being able to read, it's pretty common sense what's going to happen. And so if you don't own XRP, then it's time to get some. And if you do own it, hold on for dear life and get a Ledger Nano S and keep it safe, because we have some really, really interesting times ahead of us. Again, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I'm not an investment advisor, so this is just for entertainment purposes. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and send this on to your friends and family. I'll keep some videos coming. Thank you.